You want to make sure that what you're doing doesn't feel like a burden. It's one thing to have a goal. Like if I wanted to have a goal to add 20 pounds of muscle, if I go crazy, I can't do my podcast. I can't keep my relationships. I'm just going to be in the gym all day obsessing about it. So your goal has to be imbalanced with reality and your own life. And you want to be inspired for a goal. You don't want it to feel like an obligation. You want it to feel inspired and powerful. You want to jump out of bed in the morning and go, I want this right now. I want to go get it, right? Okay, so there's 3 ways to know you've given up on your dreams. Number one, you feel unmotivated. You stop taking action. You no longer feel moved to move forward, to keep going forward. Another way to know is that maybe you're distracted. You're like, oh, amazing thing over here. Look at this. Oh, cryptocurrency, or this new gadget, or this new AI thing, or wow, this new hot person that I want to follow. Whatever. That's another way. You're distracted and you're not actually doing the thing. And sometimes the third is that you're just jealous of someone else's success. So, for example, if you wanted to be a top salesperson and you go out and you try it and you see 3 guys next to you who are crushing it, and this gal over here is top of the floor and she's really crushing it, and you're not making the success you want, you might just get bored with that and say, I don't want to do it. I'm jealous. I can't do this. And that's not the right approach to take. So let's look at all 3. So first is feeling unmotivated, stop taking action. There can be a lot of reasons for that. Like your grandmother dies and you're depressed and you're unmotivated for a while. So what we're looking for is over a long period of time, not like this weekend or even 2 or 3 weeks, but have you shifted your behavior, your focus, and your interest because you're feeling unmotivated? I can't get excited about it anymore. And there might be a couple of reasons for that. One is that it's like, well, I had this dream. I wanted to do this. Let's say I wanted to get this new car and I really was working hard to get this new car. And I was like, I'm really not that turned on by cars. It was a cool idea because a friend of mine just got a new car just like that. And I wanted one, but you're not really that motivated for it. Because what happens is in society, especially today with everything on YouTube and Instagram and TikTok and the whole world and marketing and everything else, we can become attracted to things. We get focused on things. We get excited and interested in things, especially if we're in a phase in our life where we don't have a big giant goal. Like I just got married and I'm having a baby and we're repairing a house. There's big things that are external. So it's like, if you don't have those and you're looking for something and you find something, it might not be the right thing. So you might be just unmotivated because it turns out it's not the right thing for you. And that's okay. It's okay to really examine and go, is this really what I want? It's like, not really. This isn't what I want. Okay, great. Dump it, refocus, figure out what you do want, and go after that. Now, the next thing is distraction. Distraction is so easy in this world. I mean, I think I've mentioned it before. When I first looked at TikTok, 3 hours later, I was like, what happened to my brain? I got totally distracted. I had a deadline I needed to get after. I had all this stuff I had to do. And I'm watching these videos and they just kept coming one after the other. And I went, wow, this is really powerful. My brain just totally got hijacked and I was distracted by this because I just wasn't really focused and paying attention. I hadn't set limits on myself. I hadn't set enough external deadlines, like setting an alarm on my phone or something, right? And I just got lost. And that was my bad. The second time it happened, I took TikTok off my phone. Don't tell TikTok. I took it off my phone, and now it's just on my desktop for doing work. But it's easy to get distracted. There's so many things. There's politics. There's money. There's the economy. There's Bitcoin. There's just all these things that we're constantly thrust in our face because they want our attention and they want us to pay attention to their thing. So we can become undistracted by their thing, come back to our thing. That's the key. But otherwise, we just end up a wandering generalization looking around at all these other things in life. And it's really easy to do that. Let me give you a story. So a friend of mine, really good friend of mine, amazing human being, one of the most amazing human beings I know. He went to college with 2 ideas. One, I want to get practical knowledge and skills in business. So I'm going to do a business degree. And the second thing is, this is the most target-rich environment for me to find the right kind of woman to marry. And he said, so those are my 2 goals. Come out with a business degree and come out with a wife. That was his only 2 goals for all of college. Not party, not play games, not do whatever, all these different things that one can do. It was like those are his 2 goals, and he did them because he was focusing, he was passionate about why he wanted them. And so part of what happens is if we haven't taken the time to stop and really look at what do I want? What are the things that are most important to me? What's the top 10 things that I really want in life? Let's start with the top 3 and focus there, right? It's easy to become distracted because there's 100,000 things to look at. What was it? I think Morris, there was something like 5 million hours of video is uploaded onto the internet every day.
Every minute, over 500 hours of video are uploaded to YouTube.
So every minute, over 500 hours of video are uploaded to YouTube. Morris, my mind is like blown, right? So I'm hoping that that could be our videos that are uploaded every day. But bottom line is that there's a lot out there to distract us. And I'm guilty of it too. We all are. It's part of being human. In the wild, way back when, thousands of years ago, if we didn't pay attention and we weren't distracted from maybe making something or looking for food, and we weren't distracted by the fact that something moved in that bush over there, we became lunch. The saber-toothed tiger, the wolf, or whatever came out and ate us because we weren't paying attention enough to things out here. So it's a balance. You've got to balance. How much do I focus on exactly what's in front of me? How often do I review that and say, okay, it's something, am I still on board with this? Is it still my target? Is it still what I want? And then how often do I have to also poke my head up like a gopher out of a hole, or one of the prairie dogs, look around and go, what else is happening in the world, just so I'm aware, right? So those are really important. The third thing is about being jealous of other people's success. That's a huge distractor because, look, we don't all start out at the same place. Some people start out in life, like imagine if you were born in the back reaches of the Amazon in a small village with thatched huts and no internet, no telephone, no modern conveniences, no nothing. Even if by the time you were 21, you got to a city, you're still way behind a kid that's, playing with a phone at 6 years old, or someone who's learning how to code at 9, or someone who's got the internet right there and they're searching all day and they're working in a classroom that's got computers. You're way behind. So we don't all start out at the same place. We also don't have the same skills and talents. Like, someone said the other day to me, Arnold Schwarzenegger, he had a body that was built to be a muscle guy. He started out skinny, but he had the genetics for it. Whereas maybe, you, Morris, or me, it's like we have to work we could work a whole lifetime and still never look like Arnold Schwarzenegger when he was 25 because we just don't have the same genes. So we have to be careful not to judge ourselves or our progress relative to everybody else. Now, it's important to notice if we're not getting anywhere, maybe it's not about being jealous about someone else's thing. It's about we're not doing the right things. So, the old definition of insanity is if you keep doing the same thing over and over again, over and over again, over and over again, and expecting a different outcome, that's kind of like crazy. So what we want to do is test, right? We want to test, review, did it work? And then if it didn't work, try something new. It's like in videos and in marketing, they do split testing, right? See what is most attractive to the customer so they can go after it. But the key is here for your life. If you're jealous of other people's success, maybe it's not the right goal for you, right? I don't want to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I'm not jealous of him. I admire the strength and the courage and the determination and the effort and the wisdom that he had to go build his life. But that's not my life. And that's not your life either. You've got your own life. So you want to say, is this right for me? I don't care about other people's success. I want to learn from their success. I want to model any smart behaviors they're doing. I want to take advantage of any wisdom that they can share and impart to me, or any tools or ideas or mentors that they have, right? Like you might say, okay, Jonathan, you know a lot about psychology and philosophy and all these other things. Who did you follow? How did you get this knowledge? Because I wasn't born with it. I didn't like pop out and go, hi, I have all these ideas. It's like it took decades of research and learning. So you can shortcut by going to someone who knows stuff, listen to them, follow them, see what they're doing, and you won't be so jealous of other people's success because you'll begin to accelerate your own success. Now, last thing I would say is this. Actually, two things. The first is you want to do an internal check and make sure it's your dream, right? My dad and my mom wanted me to have a certain professional life. What I'm doing now with podcasting and with psychology and philosophy and neurolinguistic programming and hypnosis, that wasn't their dream for me, but it became mine. So make sure you're not living someone else's dream because that's totally demotivating. It totally, after a while, sucks. You can go for a little while, but after a while, you're like, I feel burned out. It feels like an obligation. I don't want to do it. I'm not motivated. So check your internal gyroscope, your internal feelings, and say, is this something that really moves me? And why do I want it? What is it going to get me? What's the life I have later on? There's a great book. I'll show it to you. It's not my book, but it's called this, right? Your Future Self. And the whole idea here, my mind is blown by this because I've been doing this for decades and didn't know the term, right? Your future self. The key is your goals will motivate you to the extent that you can place them out in front of you in the future someplace. Visualize yourself achieving it. Visualize yourself doing the work to get there, and then using that as a constant daily inspiration, the achieving of it. Like I did with my software job where I'm like, I'm going to win that prize. I'm going to go to the beach in Hawaii. I'm going to take my girlfriend. It was like a big motivator out in the future for me. You need to make sure your goals are in the future and they're crystal clear because that will really help you stay motivated, on track, focused, and getting to it. Like I said, that wasn't my book, but I have an ebook just for you. It's called Change Your Mind, Change Your Life. And what I want you to do is down below, you can click the link and grab it. And the minute you click that link, you're going to be on your way to making sure that you're focused, driven, motivated, and going for your goals in life, and really organizing yourself to think the way you want to think so that you can be the success you're passionate about being. So click the link down below. Remember to subscribe, like, and share with friends. In fact, you probably have 2 or 3 friends who'd love this content too. Please share it with them. It'll make a difference in their life. Thanks.